Many fantasy gamers right now are struggling at the running back position. They're hurting. They need an RB2. They need a flex guy. They need more depth. And the waiver wire, although there's guys each week, it's not getting it done. What you need to look for are guys that may have the opportunity to pop off in the next few weeks with a change in situation or just a young guy finally getting anointed. We have a new running back here that is going to be entering the system, that is going to be playing, getting their opportunity, and that's Brian Robinson. He is starting practice soon, and before you know it, he's going to be out on the field. And although he's not the greatest running back prospect ever, he showed us some stuff in preseason, has a decent profile from last year at Alabama, rushing for over 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns, 3.29 yards after contact, 22 carries of 15 plus yards. A good runner there. He's good enough to get the job done. Washington just lost to Cooper Rush, so there are some things going on there with this team. He's 6'2", 224 pounds with an 85th percentile size adjusted speed score. Antonio Gibson's currently getting a 54% share of the rushing attempts, while J.D. McKissic's getting a 17% share of the rushing attempts right now. And I look at them as factors, but honestly, if this guy hits with his opportunities and he starts progressively getting more workload, you can throw that out the window. We're looking for a running back that can pop off. Right now, he only has a 54% roster rate on Sleeper, so only 54% of the leagues even have him rostered, so he might be on the waiver wire in your league. Savvy managers already have him on the IR and just sitting there waiting to implement him. Savvy managers already have him on the bench, just stashing him. But there's meat on the bone here. We have about 40-some% of the leagues here on waivers, and you could pick him up. Trade target, you could get him as a throw-in maybe in a bigger deal. Like if you're working a big trade and he's there, you may ask to get him thrown in. May not happen since his value is pointing up right now. It should have did that a few weeks ago. But that's just an idea I'm throwing out. I'm not telling you to do anything that's not a take. Some people think everything's a take these days, but I'm just keeping it real. But Brian Robinson needs to be on your radar. These rookie running backs with something in their profile, just that one little thing. Here we have a good preseason, a decent last year at Alabama with good rushing production, good size-adjusted speed score, 6'2", 224 pounds, and we got some ambiguity in Washington. So we got some things, we got a story we can mold here, how he can be productive. The downside's big. The downside's pretty big here. He could be just sharing the touches and just could flop on us. You got to recognize that, and if you're not recognizing that before you go in on him, then that's on you. But the upside is grandiose because he could take over this backfield. He was drafted with okay draft capital. He does have some gusto. I don't think he's the greatest running back prospect ever. I don't think he's a Jonathan Taylor type of talent. But I do see where he can be productive for this year and maybe going forward. I do see where he can win on the field, and I do see how he can help your fantasy football team, and I do see where he has the potential to blow up. And I do see that. I do see the downside there is, but when you're talking about a stash, there's always going to be downside, and you're just hoping that upside goes to the moon, and that's why you got those stashes. The players that are going to go to the moon on you are those players that we don't know much about yet, but have little things in their profile that could make them go hyperbolic, that could do that. We talked about Jameson Williams yesterday. Brian Robinson kind of like in a similar category. We got players here on waivers that we just got to hold on to. We got to grasp tight and just see what happens with them. You got to be patient with a player like this. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Brian Robinson. If you're stashing, if you're holding, do you already have him? How long have you had him on IR? Have you been buying previously? But now's the time before it's too late. People are starting to get in on him. So you need to act quickly right now if you're interested in him. Don't wait another week on waivers. Don't wait another week after that. Now's the time you want to be at the head of the market. The market's starting to get hot right now. I've talked about him in some videos, but he needs his own video now. That way the message gets driven home. Again, let me know in the comments what you think. Smash that like button on the way out. It really helps the video and the algorithm. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I dropped my running back rankings yesterday. Check that down pinned below. You'll be interested in that. I'm dropping fantasy football analysis all day long, every day, 3-4 videos a day, trying to help you guys out. And that's all I care about, is trying to help you guys out, giving you guys ideas. But I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.